shows up a different way and I miss it because I'm expecting him to come this way.
One way.
All right, so let me get back to here and break this religious thing down here. So in the New Testament, we have Christianity because this is where Christ comes and gives the new way. A new commandment I give unto you. And so he brings the New Testament, the new promise of God. All right, the New Testament. In the Old Testament, it's not Christ-like. There is no Christ in it. Well, in the New Old Testament, we have Judaism. Okay. We have Judaism. It is the ways and cultures of the Jews. It is their ways, cultures, and traditions and religious beliefs. Judaism. Okay. And so they were the Jewish way of life, the Jewish way of doing things is what you have in the Old Testament. Their way was to go through the law. But nobody made it through the law. So a new covenant comes, a New Testament comes. Jesus comes and brings a new covenant, a New Testament, a new promise, and he abolishes the old and brings a new way that now, if you come through me, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. If you are really searching for God, nobody can come to the Father but by me. And every religion is a search to God, everyone. But in Christianity, it's the only one where actually something physically came that we could now make tangible, because that's the hardest thing about religion. Religion is not physical. And everybody has a reach to God but have no physical thing to hold on to. And then Jesus comes. So we have something physical that came, walked before us, and told us now this is the way. And the Jews I can't accept that. I can't believe that. Okay, so you follow me to now? Amen. All right. So the writer says, okay, in verse 1, he says, now God, who of various times he spoke in various ways in the past to the fathers by the prophets, has now in these last days spoken to us by his Son. Amen. Whom he has appointed heir over all things, by whom he has made the world, who being the brightness of his glory and the express image of his person, and upholding all the things by the word of his power, he had by himself purged our sins and sat down at the right hand of the majesty on high. Amen. Having become so much better than the angels. Amen. As he has inherited, obtained a more excellent name than they. It's written this way because the angels were the highest point to God in the Jewish world. Amen. They were spoken to by angels speaking to a prophet, and then the prophet speak to them. That was their way of getting the word. Angels spoke to Moses in a burning bush. Angels came with Daniel and delivered him out of the lion's den, shut them out. This is the closest thing to God, angels. So angels is the highest. So when Jesus comes and you want to say he's higher than the angels, that just totally has not been what I've been accustomed to all my years. Amen. See what I'm saying? Problem. So that's why this text is written. It's written to shed all that, shed it down, and bring it into view for them. And so we read in last week, I can't go through all of them, but 5 through 7 or so, he started talking about, okay, so for which angel did he ever say this to? You are my son, today I have begotten you. And that is a scripture taken out of the Old Testament that they read in the synagogues. He said, so what angel did he say this to? Again, I will be to him like a father, and he shall be to me a son. He's questioning what they've been reading. He says, but when he again brings the firstborn, verse 6, into the world, he says, let all the angels of God worship him. Yeah. That's a scripture in the Old Testament. He's bringing it back to them. Okay, so what angel was he talking about when he said this? What angel was he talking about when he said that? And remember what he said? He will bring again the firstborn into the world. He said, let all the angels of God worship him. I'm trying to tell you about him. Right? They stuck at the angel, right? I'm trying to tell you him. I'm trying to reveal the Son of God to you. All right? Let all the angels of God worship him, verse 6. Verse 7. And of the angels, he said of the angels, who maketh his angels spirits and his ministers a flame of fire. He said that to the angels. Ministers means servants. All All right. Verse 8. But to his son, he says, your throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of your kingdom. You have loved righteousness and hated lawlessness. Therefore, God, your God, has anointed you with the oil of gladness more than your companions. We're talking about the Son of God, anointed more than anybody else. Amen. Any angel, anything. Amen. All right. So